Yes, Shaydoc, you are first, honey. You are first. Hey, advocate for Big Little Voices. Welcome. Hey, Kendra Boo. Hi, everybody coming in. I hope everybody had a great and productive day. I was observing Chris and Linda today. So I didn't come on a little early, but I knew I was gonna be late anyway because I had to do school shopping. School start this week, so I had to go to the mall with the kids, and that was some hours on itself. Hey, Stankerpuss and Linda, Ladybug, and Totally. Yeah, so that was a lot in itself. So I knew I wasn't gonna be out here early, but I definitely wanted to come through, show up, do what I said I was gonna do. Tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm gonna drop the Michael Joseph Bond video. I want to say next week I'm gonna start doing at least once or twice a week members only live chat, where I think the live will be to the public, but just trying to give perks to the people that are are members and are making sure they get they just do. Okay, but definitely maybe once or twice a week I will throw a members only live chat or a members only video. I took my shopping yesterday. We came home with him mad at me broke. Oh my God, when I tell you, oh my God, I thought it was gonna be longer than what it was. Shockingly, it wasn't. Everybody was pretty quick with their picks. I thought they was gonna take all day choosing what they wanted. See, yeah, my daughter, she got a hair appointment this weekend. Yeah, she just took her braids down and went to the shop and got it washed and conditioned. We let it breathe for a week because she getting her box braids put right back in. So mommy ain't got to worry about no hair or taking her to the beauty shop every 2 weeks. I can just, I got to deal with that. But enough about that. I hope everybody's doing well and great. We're going to observe Don Will's Facebook post, okay? And y'all know I'm going to be honest with y'all. All the way honest with y'all. If it's a fact, it's a fact. These posts are facts that he wrote. I will, if it's a fact, I'm going to let you know. If it's my opinion, I'm going to let you know. And if it's a theory, which I pretty much don't really have no theories when it comes to this. So I'm just waiting for more information from law enforcement. Hey, Jerry. And when there more information comes from law enforcement, then we'll be where we want to be, right? Because the objective is to find somewhere else, okay? But yeah, so we're going to go through his post and observe, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Y'all give y'all's. Because I just think it's very important on what he's saying to the people, what he's saying and observing his emotions and his actions, basically. Okay. Yeah, so I'm finna go ahead and pull it up for me to be able to read the chat, because when I share my screen, I cannot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this live on one of my devices, so I will be able to. There we go. I will be able to see what's going on. If I need to respond to something, I'll be able to do it. Okay. I'm going on and off. You sure? Because I don't see myself buffering. Maybe I'm tripping. But I really enjoyed Linda and Chris tonight. I really did enjoy that. I really did. There were some very good points, and he actually gave more information. He gave more information that we did not know. I wasn't aware, and I'm so glad he dropped that, regardless of, because Chris is really getting scrutinized right now. Regardless of that, I respect that he's staying strong on his stance. Hey, BB fan, that he's staying strong in his stance. Okay. And when it's about a child, you're not going to care what naysayers say. You're going to keep going for what you know is right and what you feel is right in your heart. So, like I said, I definitely respect it because I'm a person that stands on my own. Even if I got to stand by myself. So I definitely respect it. And I really love people like that. I really do. But anyway, so yeah, he released that Don confessed to his father about what he did to his niece and his sister. So I just thought that was very interesting and very deep. Okay. Very interesting and very deep. Very interesting and very deep. I don't, for some reason, y'all, in the back of my mind, I knew he was gonna confess because Chris already put the recording out there, and he basically said he did it, but he just said it was like a mutual thing. So he already basically admitted that he did it. So it was only a matter of time for him to go to his father or a family member and confess, because he already confessed when, you know, Chris released that tape, the conversation, the phone conversation. So it was only a matter of time. So I knew he was going to confess anyway without, you know, me even thinking about it. I knew he was going to tell his family member, and because he already. So basically, like I said, he already confessed. So it was only a matter of time for him to go to a family member and say, yeah, I did this. It's out there. The people he essayed are out there. Okay. He did that too. Out there talking, telling their story. And you got him admitting to it on tape. Whoever that was that emailed me, I appreciate you. I just saw a number. If it's not too late, I'm gonna text you first. I'm gonna call you when I get off of here if it's not too late. It just popped up like right before I hit the live button. So whoever you are, I will get back with you. If it's too late tonight, I will give you a call in the morning, and we can have a conversation. But it was like a sanitized version, like he was doing to her and she was doing to him. That type of confession, Jerry. More so, he admitted that he did something, but he tried to water it down. Amazing how Don thinks his 5-year-old stepsis wanted what he wanted, right? And that's something you have to show a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old ain't gonna know what to do. You gotta take that person's hand and put it a certain place. Not to be derogatory, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. You gotta physically show a little person. But I guess as she got older, it got worse. It got painful because he probably, the older she got, he probably went further with her. If y'all understand what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, yeah, you're not gonna forget that. I don't forget nothing in my childhood. Okay, so it's just certain. If you are traumatized and you have been a victim or been traumatized, you never gonna forget it. Never. Okay. But yeah, so that's what came out, and I thought that was very interesting. It really, really was. It was interesting, and I might go deeper into that on another video. Another thing, I visited his Facebook today. He posted a bunch of pictures, but he deleted a lot of things he already had. So I'm glad I got my his post before he went on there and deleted all the things he said previously. A lot of the stuff like about Chris and a lot of posts he deleted on his Facebook, and he just put a bunch of pictures of Summer Wells and maybe a few of the boys and Candace, but he basically deleted a lot of things he said previously on his Facebook. I don't know why. I'm kind of wondering if did his lawyer ask him to do it? I don't know. Or, did he realize it made him look even worse? I don't know. But they're gone. So, but I'm glad I already got what I got. Everything before he deleted it. Okay. So I'm about to pull it up and I'm going to observe y'all, and check in on the chat on my device because I'm not going to be able to see y'all. Okay. So, but I can see y'all in my, thing. Let me make sure everybody can see. Okay. If I can see it on here, I know y'all can. All right, let's pull up this image. I hope y'all can see it. Let me see if it pulls up. I guess y'all can see it a little bit. Can y'all read that? So I have 13 I want to go through on this email, and then I was searching on Facebook and came across a disturbing photo, and it's on my next email. I'm gonna show y'all. The thing with that is I had to edit out the boys' faces because I really don't like showing other kids that that are victims and minors. Okay, that's not victims or minors. That really don't have no deal in this particular situation. So I took out their faces, and then the main thing that I'm going to show y'all, I blurred that out because it was nudity in that photo. And one thing I'm not going to do is show anything nudity and be involved in showing anything like that. So I took away, I made some changes to things I really didn't want shown that was really inappropriate. Okay. But you know what's crazy? Why I don't like Facebook? They really showing stuff that they really should edit, but they're just passing around like it's cool, and it's really not. I just can't believe that whoever posted that wasn't banned on Facebook. But anyway, so let me go ahead and go on. So this particular email says, why do so many want to prove to everyone and prove to me that there's no good in me? Now, this ain't exactly 20 hours ago, you guys, because when did I get this? Like 2 days ago? Because things kept happening. We end up having to bring in Kendrick. We had to talk about Kendrick Johnson, things like that. So I took it out 2 days ago. So it would have been 20 hours from 2 days ago. So it's not exactly 20 hours ago. Okay. So just to get y'all heads up. Okay. So it says, why do so many want to prove to everyone and prove to me that there's no good in me? What do you get out of it? I was so confident. I used to unload semi trucks and Dad would let me drive them when 6 years old. Couldn't shift, but he set the throttle and jumped back in a sleeper. Since my parents divorced, it seems most everyone tries to convince me I'm good. Why? I went through hell. I had no guidance. Just many people saying I'm no good. You start believing it. Summer changed all that. She loved unconditionally, and now she's gone. My boys are awesome too. I was building a life, and people respected me, doing everything right. Now people want me to believe I'm no good. Not all people, but those hurtful words are hard to ignore. I might need to put my glasses on, right? Because I'm really kind of straining over here. I'm really straining, God. I am straining. Okay, hold on. Okay. Hi, Nana, baby. Yeah, Jerry. I have to put on my damn glasses. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just been looking at so much and so much research today while I was at work and things. I just think my eyes had enough of. Oh my God, that's so much freaking better. I can see. What a miracle those glasses make. Okay. You know, Nene, I had to pull them out. I had to pull them out. Okay. See, it's all y'all fault being haters and meanies. See, yeah, I can hold it way back here and read it. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. One thing I want to point out that we know that is, when you SA somebody, that most likely there was something that happened to them, right? So with that being said, I always wonder, even the last time I talked about this specific subject, what happened? Did something happen to him when he was younger? There's a reason why he, did that. Did seeing the light glasses. Did something happen to him when he was younger? And I really feel like something might have happened to him. I'm not sure, but it's very possible something happened to him. So, why he's decided to do that to his family members. Maybe he might not be able to get it at all, but at the end of the day, yeah, it definitely needs to be some counseling and some help, and those victims are most likely probably going to seek justice, especially if they don't have the statute of limitations in their state. And I heard one of them don't. So with that being said, I mean, this might go further than what he knows. So just something else. It's a good question, Shaydoc. I don't know. I hope not. I mean, it's a lot of sexual predator. Damn it, I said that word. It's a lot of them things in their family, okay? It's a lot of them things in their family. The part he said before I knew how girls were. Right. Yeah. And it ain't no I knew how girls were. It ain't, there shouldn't even have been a situation. But in this, like I was saying, this was pretty much what I got from this, in my opinion, was that he was playing the victim role. He kind of wanted to make it about him and what he'd been through. And I really didn't even see in this particular post nothing about Summer. Nothing about her on this particular post. Nothing about her. It was just mainly about him and his life and how he has been treated. Basically want us to feel like he's the victim. He's being wronged here. He's being wronged here. Okay. Hey Raven. Hey Nene. Hey Marie. Yeah. It definitely is a cycle. It is a cycle. That it is a sick cycle, but it's a cycle. All right, let me see what this one's about. So go down the road. Okay. So this would have been 3 days ago at 9/11. Just want help to find Summer. thought Facebook was best option. What a nightmare. Well, you know, you pretty much did that, to yourself. I mean, if it was posting, if you did a lot of posts about summer and kept it about summer, I don't think Don would get all the hate that he's getting. The extra posts that he's making and the things he's saying is what's getting him more hate. People already not gonna like him for what he did to his family, but it wouldn't be to the extreme if he would stop, which today he's had and removed a lot of his posts, but let's hopefully he sticks to it. But he stopped a lot of his rants. I call them rants. Okay. That's what I think too, Nene. I don't know why people are on the Facebook because I ain't even go there. I believe Queen believe something is somewhere around in that area. And that's just my personal opinion. And I built my opinion off of the behaviors and actions of law enforcement and a lot of what Don and Candace are not saying, but don't know what they're saying. If y'all can understand that. Nonverbal. I believe she's somewhere out there. I don't believe personally she was abducted. But, to give you facts, it's always a possibility, a small possibility, but it's always a possibility she was. But in my personal opinion, I do not feel somewhere else was abducted. I personally feel that she's somewhere over there. And I kind of just base my opinion off of what I've seen, heard, observed from both parents, things they're saying, not saying, and also law enforcement. Law enforcement has shown and they have repeated that they don't believe that baby was abducted. And they're not acting like someone else was abducted from my observation. Okay. So I'm getting that, yeah. They don't believe that either. Because they're hanging in that area. They're searching. You know what I'm saying? So I really getting that feeling that they don't even believe she was abducted either. So I am pretty much, that's where I got my opinion from everything collectively. Like how Queen, have they hidden her though? I mean, yeah, it's so many places you can take someone and hide them. I mean, it's a lot of space and area. I mean, that's just a little part of the town. If they had plenty of time before they called, if they did it, or if anybody, it could have been just one of them. Who's to say? We don't know, right? It's hours unaccounted for from 3:09 to 6:30 when the police was called. So that was more than enough time to do anything they needed to do. More than enough time. Something about they're lying on things because they're afraid they will lose their kids forever, not saying someone in the family isn't involved, right? They may have been smarter to not take a phone and have the will. Jerry, the only thing that keeps me hoping she's alive is that her body has not been found. Right. So like accident or what? Possible. My opinion right now is that I don't feel she was abducted. And that's just from my observation, everything I said like 2 minutes ago. I don't think she was abducted. It could have been an accident. It could have been anybody in the family. And it could have been an accident. Or it could have been an accident by nobody watching her and she went somewhere and did something on her own and they found her, I don't know how yet because there's so many possibilities. But yeah, definitely could be an accident. I won't know, we won't know how really if it was or wasn't an accident until law enforcement, let us know. I think most people don't feel she was. She was what? I believe she was abducted as much as I believe she was kidnapped from ransom. Okay. I think most people don't feel she was. Okay, feel she was what? Abducted? All right, so I'm going to the next one. Yeah, doing it. Kristen Donald said to answer the why and how will come out. I'm talking about, you said, I think most people don't feel she was. Feel she was what, advocate? That's what I was asking. Oh, abducted. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah. I always ask that question. Because you always got to, add in the motive. Oh, shit. What the hell I do? Yeah, you always got to factor in the motive. I know LE doesn't tell the public everything for a reason, but I wonder if they have used eating grab penetration radar on the proper sexual body. Lori, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised, okay? And it's probably going to be worse. But from my understanding, they still out searching. And they are not giving up. And it's still an open investigation. Okay. So this would have been 3 days ago. Because it took us 2 days to even get to this. With all the things that's happened the last 2 days. So this would have been 3 days ago at 7:58 a.m. This is when he was talking about Chris. Okay, so I need to observe and really get my thoughts on this. So Chris McDonough, wow. I thought we were on the road finally to try and figure out what happened to Summer. You chose the evil one's way. You put out their ex-homicide detective and all this and that, but are a ravening wolf. Maybe, okay, ravening. Maybe he meant to say ravening wolf. And could care less about finding Summer. All you care about is keeping your podcast going. You make sure to put all the focus on me and take it completely off my daughter. Many of the police records you found on me to dig up dirt weren't mine. You tricked me into believing you were a friend, and I really thought you were on my side to help find my daughter. You sit back and point fingers as if you were an angel. You tried to tell me last night you were perfect, and I had to point out that you were a liar because the Bible says all have sinned, and it stunned you as if you never read it. Then only you admitted you have sinned. You think you're perfect and way above most people. I will find others who only want to find Summer. You need to cease and desist your destructive podcast immediately. You have chosen Lucifer's way. Hey, Tara. All right, so let me go ahead and let me say, what's the first? Okay. All right, so he says you can care less about finding Summer. I don't get that from Chris. See, what I'm getting from Donald is he really wants a friend. I mean, because he even stated that I thought you was my friend. This is a man that's trying to find your daughter. He's not here to be your friend. He's not here to be your confidant. He's not here to be your homie, your bro. He's not here to be any of that. He's here to get the facts and find your daughter. the best he can to help assist the best he can. Okay. He's offering his services. Okay. He's not here to be, hey, Tanya. He's not here to be a friend. So that's why I feel like Don Will's intentions was a little off. I don't know. I mean, if he knew that he was a homicide detective, I mean, he should know that he was trying to, and he let you know up front. I've heard him in the recording that he's trying to help you find your daughter. He's not here to be nothing else to that. Like, nothing else matters. Okay. And for some reason, Don I just get the feeling like he want a friend, someone to believe everything he's saying. What else he say that was strange? He said, all you care about is keeping your podcast going. I mean, if it's not you, it would have been a whole nother child. So the podcast is going to keep on going regardless, because it's always missing children or victims that need help. So people is not going to stop. It just, this world is so messed up. Nobody's going to stop because, you know, you feel the way you feel. Everybody has a right to feel what they feel, but nobody's, you know, if it's not you, if it wasn't Summer, it was going to be another child. Anyway. Definitely. Then he says, many of the police records you found on me to dig up dirt weren't mine. And once again, he didn't have to dig up no dirt on you, Donald, because this is my thing. All his records was out here. His records been out here. I mean, since Summer went missing over a month, your records have been floating all over the building. So nobody had to dig anything up on Donald. I mean, it's just out here posted, okay? And I've seen them myself, so I know it wasn't no need for, you know, it wasn't like he was just digging up anything. He must not know all his records is floating on everywhere on social media, but they are. And then he said, tricked you into believing you was a friend, and thought you was on my side to help find Summer. So I'm really feeling like Donald got mad because he was talking about his past and his record. But as I recall hearing Chris say, you know, I'm going to talk about this, and you know people are going to come at you. I mean, I remember him reassuring Don, telling him this is what's going to happen before it happened. But after it happened, Don Will was like, okay. But after it happened, he got upset. He still got upset. Yep, straight out. Very. Yeah, so Don Wells, you was warned that. I remember him warning you, telling you, you know, you're gonna get a little heat, you're gonna get some heat about your background and things like that. He told you what he was doing before he did it. I remember him telling you that. But you still came out and act like, you know, you didn't know. But I remember him telling you that you're gonna get some heat for this, and he let you know he had to talk. I mean, he's gonna talk about it. He's not just gonna be one side. He's gonna look at all aspects, all different people, and just say what he gotta say and be straight, objective to everything. To my questions every tonight. The one that bothered me is he said Don sent him Michelle's number and he didn't respond. Yeah, he said he sent him the number. He sent, him the number. Yeah, he said it. I do believe Donna Will had something to do with his daughter's appearance. Okay, Linda. I guess he knows what Chris said. He a lot of weight where anyone else, Don, could wiggle more about the facts. That's okay. Don Will's worried about getting a friend. He needs to put that energy towards finding his precious daughter, not because he already know where she is. Just said, right. Yeah, I mean, I got that from this, that he just, that he felt betrayed, but it's like, I heard him reassure you this was going to happen. We gonna talk about these, because we can't leave out factors, that would make him seem biased. And nah, he got to be objective. Hey, Ambi. All right, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, he said cease to desist. Like, Don is funny. All right, I'm going to the next one. All right, so this would have been 3 days ago at 12:55 a.m. Chris McDonough, I trusted you to help me find my daughter, and you lied and turned into a Jerry Springer show. I will do everything to bring you down with lawyers for slander. You want to take what little life I found by the grace of God and turn into a circus to make you look. Is that food? Am I seeing things? Okay, maybe he meant to say look good and make you money. You don't care if my daughter ever is found. You made it about you again and nothing to do with Summer again. Okay, so he still, have his feelings and emotions, okay, about Chris. And I mean, I don't know if he wasn't explain how it works or whatnot, but I mean, you have to, in a case, you have to look at the inconsistencies, the timeline, see, you got to look at the last person the child's with. It's so many factors you got to look at in a case, okay? And it's not personal. It's really not. It's really not personal. He has to look at everything. I mean, because you have to find Summer. You can't just jump out there and you don't know where to look. Where you gonna look? So you have to start somewhere. So you start right there at the home and work your way out. That's what I would do. So yeah, you will start at the home, work your way out. Yes, Tyra, and that is one thing. They start right with the parents and vet them. And have y'all noticed that Ellie hasn't cleared anybody? Have y'all noticed that? Law enforcement ain't cleared. Well, ain't cleared them too. Because I heard some other people was cleared, but not the parents. As far as I understand, they are not clear. Everybody is still a person of interest. And it's a lot of people. So they haven't cleared nobody yet. So I just kind of find it odd. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, it's been over a month. Ain't nobody cleared yet. Oh yeah, and and I'm glad they are, because it was a bunch of rumors going around, especially at the beginning. A couple of weeks in, it was so many rumors to the point that law enforcement had to come out once or twice and address psychics was one thing, because that was a rumor going around. And the next one that went around that they had to come out and address, because I called them and it's like, please address this, because I want to know if Donna, Will, and Candace is telling the truth so I can, move on. And they said it was going to come out soon, but they really never did. But they did recently make a statement about the car, because that was one of my questions and concerns was, is this true? So if y'all go back to David Dotson, is this the one I just did? Yeah. If y'all go back to David Dotson, he's told everybody at the very beginning that Don and Candace told him that it was the red Toyota Tacoma found abandoned in another city in Tennessee with the license plates off, with the VIN number registering back to a neighbor, okay? And yeah, that's what he said Don Wills and Candace told him. So finally, recently, and it's on my community wall, if y'all want to go check it out, that came out and said, no truck, the truck has not been found. Okay? So they pretty much shut that all the way down. They shut that rumor all the way down. This another post that Chris McDonough twisted everything I said. He's the biggest liar, along with my niece Trish and all the other lies. So yeah, I mean, he was just, going on his rant, calling his niece and his other family members a liar. And I'm assuming calling them a liar because what they came out and said about him, about what he did to them. Okay. But this is how he been doing. I mean, he really has kept himself in the spotlight. If he would have just been quiet like his lawyer told him to, I don't think it would be that bad for him. I honestly don't. Oh yeah, these glasses are a lifesaver because when I take them off, everything go blurry. Yep. Yeah, I posted on my community wide. Yeah. So I'm glad they confirmed that. So I know off the top of my head that what was said is not true. But I had a feeling it wasn't because law enforcement didn't come out and state that they did. I mean, if they found something registered, I mean, that neighbor should have been a suspect going down there. I mean, it should have been a situation. But they never came out and said anything. Tonight, they said a white truck was at the bottom when the police first showed up. His worker associate drove a white truck, so confused about that. TBI released the article yesterday, and that's to look for. Yeah, I already stated that. That's why I made that statement. Yeah, the article's on my page. It's been on my page for days. When it first came out, like 2 days ago. The article's on my community wall. But yeah, things need to be verified, and I can't take their word because I have found inconsistencies in a lot of things that Don and Candace have said. So I can listen to what they're saying and hear them out, but I can't say, yeah, that what they're saying is Bible. I can't. All right, so this was July 31st at 10:23. Don Candace, I've been reading social media. What you really think? Yeah, well, they need to stop believing what people. They have to learn about social media. Everything you read and see is not true. You really got to do research and vet everything. But my thing is, they folks should be on the ground looking for something for real. It shouldn't be on social media. And I said that 7 weeks ago. Why is anybody on Facebook searching? Because I mean, she allegedly went missing from the house. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't even want to go there. But anyway, he said, I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm not supposed to defend myself. Yeah, allegedly he has a lawyer. Yeah, I'm not sure how true that is. But allegedly he does. And I'm shocked that he's been still, even he said all this with the lawyer, even though he said he was advised not to. He still did it anyway. So, it's kind of weird to me. He said, I'm not supposed to say anything, not supposed to defend myself, Candace or Summer. I know what I mean. I know she was abducted. If this was your daughter and hardly anyone listened to you, but made it a point to make fun of the situation, how would you react? Knowing why all these supposed professional search teams are wasting time, poking fun at your expense, how would you feel? If they would have listened to me and blocked our roads leading out of our area, maybe things would be different. Maybe my Summer will be with me now. Let me pause right there, because from my understanding, they did block the roads. And if I'm my understanding, Donna Wells said they blocked the roads too. So, I mean, that's the contradictory in itself. And where did I hear him say that at? On his phone conversation, that they had the roads blocked. Anyway, yeah, so that's a contradictory. You can go back to Chris' phone conversation interview with him that he posted, and you would hear that they did block the road. So I don't know why he would write that, but he said something different. Just another example why I can't really take everything he say as Bible. Okay, and I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I can't. But anyway, so yeah, he said that they blocked the roads, and they did. Leading out of their area. I mean, yeah, he said they did. He said, but maybe things will be different. Maybe my summer will be with me now. Why is it okay for these hypocrites to say evil things about us constantly? We can say nothing, just gonna say this. When they brought the bloodhound and it smelled someone's clothes, it went straight down the dog trail, right next to the yellow generator to the road and circled many in the trail. Why hasn't there been a profile of an abductor or possibly different types of abductors it could possibly be? Sorry for losing my cool. I'm trying to say it's quite wasting time and think in terms of where an abductor might take her, please. I'm begging for my daughter's life, and thanks to you who are truly helping, and to others, I guess I have to pray for you. Tara. From what my understanding was, they did when they got there. But I would let law enforcement come out and he need to make those statements. They need to come out and say that. But from my understanding, they did. Anyway, what do I gotta say about this? I do not agree or think anybody should like stalk them or email them you a killer or you a rapist, or I don't think nobody should like harass them. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with anybody that, is doing things like that. I don't believe you should do that. I mean, people can state their opinions and things like that, and they can do it in a way where you ain't gotta be like, you're this, you that. And I hope because people get real grimy on Facebook. That's why I don't know why he on there. I don't even be on there unless I'm like following up behind a family of a victim. Other than that, I'm not on Facebook. But anyway, yeah. I don't agree with that. I don't think nobody should do that. Don't, harass and things like that. You can state how you feel, your opinion, without making threats and saying outlandish things. Okay. He kind of threw salt on the professional search teams. I think really Diane wants a description of somebody who took Summer. But if there's nobody that saw her being taken, I mean, how are they going to give you what you want? And I feel like that's what Donald really wants. But that's not it in this situation. Like, they don't have that to give him. So I think he's really taking his aggression out on law enforcement, that they stay in that area or in the woods or the house or things of that nature. So I think he's really upset about that, and he want an actual description of an abductor and why they're not out there trying to find the abductor and where would they take her. So he really is putting emphasis on this abduction situation. Okay, he's really putting emphasis on this abduction situation. Also, another thing I want to point out is, and you know what? I'm surprised I never thought of this. I'm so fucking surprised that me, myself, with my overthinking ass, did not think of this. Kids are out there playing all the time, running up and down that trail, all through the house, All everywhere. All that in the third. Kids, they could have been, whipping and running everywhere. And her scent could have already been on the dog trail. Especially if it's circled. What was that he said it's circled? What's that blue thing me and John Q looked at? I can't even think of the name of it. I just saw it. My mind goes faster, but my mouth don't go as fast as my brain goes. Generator. So yeah, if a child is out there playing the grass or on the swing or on the trail like he said they like to do and whatnot, she would chase them and everything like that. It's possible the scent could have been there from all of that. You too, Johnny. Yeah, Tara, and I'm glad that was said tonight because that made me. I'm so surprised I didn't think of that because that don't necessarily mean she was even abducted. It could have been they just smelled that she'd been over there, but I'm sure that dog smelled her in that house too. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure her smell was in that house, in her room area. It was probably in her parents' bed. It was probably everywhere in the house, everywhere outside. Her smell was probably by the swing. Her smell was probably everywhere. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. Yeah. So it's possible, It doesn't mean she was necessarily abducted down that trail. Yeah, good night, Johnny. Braindale. So I know she was everywhere. So I know her smell was everywhere in the house. Okay. What else? Look at thing. But yeah, so he complained about them. But when the law enforcement come out, far as I know that they still own the case and they still searching for Summer Wells. Okay, far as I know, they still searching for her. And I think also Don is upset because they're not communicating with him. And to me, that's a red flag. When they not even communicating with you, yeah, that's a red flag. I mean, he said that before they're not communicating with him. Yeah, I observed it. I mean, yeah, that's weird. That they're not communicating with you, the father. So if that's not happening, then it's a reason for that. It's a reason they're not communicating with you. Okay. So yeah. So he don't know what law enforcement doing because they're not telling him either. But from what we know, that they're still out there searching. They said it's not a cold case. They still searching for Summer. Dogs have way to know the strongest, most simple. Yeah, it's a home, so it's all over. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. All over the place. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna come out when it's time to come out. But they know people are everywhere right now. So it really wouldn't be smart if they don't have their ducks in a row in the facts. And if I was them, I would be waiting on all the evidence that they took. Yeah, Tyra. If law enforcement wait for all the information, then we would know. If they phones follow what they said, that will help them. If it don't, that would not be beneficial to them. That will harm them. Okay, in their statements. So if I was law enforcement, putting myself in their shoes, I wouldn't even come out either until I had their phone, all their devices, information back, they text messages, phone pings back, and schedule a search everywhere they phone pinged. Okay, this is what I would do. And what else? Did they take? Yeah, I think they said they took DNA and everything. I'll wait for all that DNA, everything to come back. Then I would come out, when they have more information and talk. That's what I would do. All right, Johnny. Good night, honey. Sweet dreams. Someone's about to start school. They already went shopping. Someone will also need to have physical. That physical could be ground to remove boys and put some in prison. Did hear what he said about Candace stopping out during the interview her. Yeah, that she was possibly, that he feels she was on the phone with Don. Yeah, I heard it. Okay, July 12th at 4:33. He said, I think these dreams, mine, my wife's, and now this good person in Florida, I don't know. I think that my daughter is thinking and dreaming of how her life was. I believe she's in serious trouble. I pray that the great God of Israel, the living God, will please, I beg and plead with you, Lord of Lords. Please bring these abductors down speedily. Please, Lord, end this for the sake of the remnant, a small amount of Christians still left in our country. For their sake, Lord God, please let this nightmare be over, Lord God, the mighty one, King of kings. We praise and love you, Lord God. Thank you. Oh, my God. That was so hard to even say. OMG. Oh, yeah, Nene. Yeah. Definitely. I would not be surprised. It's almost likely something. I mean, it's everywhere in their family. Everywhere in their family. So it's not a high percentage that, I mean, she was likely, if she hasn't, that she was going to be. And that's just the statistics on it, on their family. He was very, oh my God, I mean, very talking real godly in this. Talking about his dreams, basically. From what the stepsister said, when things go wrong or when he's in trouble, he turns to God, that this is not him all the time. This is not how Don really is. So maybe he's turning over a new leaf. I don't know. In my opinion, if you want to know my opinion, I think it's a crock of shit. But that's just my opinion. Now, could he be real? Could be. Could be, but not in my opinion. But it's very possible, But yeah, he's speaking real godly in that post. Next post, July 12th, he says, an older gentleman said he dreamed of summer last night. Someone asked him to ask me if I was taking care of Yucky. I wrote him back. Yucky was her dog. He replied that he thought it was such a strange name, but never thought it could be a dog. She couldn't say Lucky, so he went with Yucky. He said it was a beautiful dream and she was very happy and kept sending her daddy kisses. I don't know this man from Adam, but I asked him if he was a commandment keeper. He said, yes, I believe him. There's no way he could have known this. I've been asking God for something. Thank you, God. We love you and worship you. I'm not even going to comment on that post. I'm going to move on to the next one. That's just, his dreams of his daughter. And he just telling us what someone else said. So I don't know if it's true or not. I really can't comment on it. I just think this is just attention grabber. And one more thing before I read this, I want to say this. From just observing and just watching everything and catching up. Well, one thing we know for sure, almost for 100%, is Don is controlling. Okay, and Don was and possibly still is abusive to Candace. Okay, he runs a household. He runs things, but he really wants to be the one out here in the forefront He wants to be the one talking, and he wants Candace out of the spotlight. I observed it this whole time, but what I really put the stamp on it was when he was at a prayer vigil. Somebody, one of y'all, shout out to my viewers, said, Queen, go look at that prayer vigil. And he did. When Candace was getting attention and people was really trying to pray with her and hug her and encourage her and support her, he felt some type of way. We gotta go. We got somewhere to be at 7. He didn't like that. His body language, like he really didn't even want to be there. That's what I got from his body language. He didn't really want to be there. He did not want to be there. He just wanted to put on his front because, you know, his daughter's missing. These people expecting you to be here, Daddy. So he has to show up. He felt like he had to. But with his arms like this, we already know what that means about Giselle West. He didn't want to be there. He really didn't. That's just something that I got from his body language. And then him cutting Candace real quick, you know, we got somewhere to be, you know. So he really didn't like that. He wants to be the one in the spotlight. He wants to be the one talking to reporters. He wants to be the one saying everything on Facebook. And he wants everybody to follow suit. If you don't agree with Don, if you don't believe what he's saying, you're a hater, you a devil, what he calls a Jezebel. Yeah, you all those things if you don't agree or follow Don's lead. Okay, and that's just what I get. No, ma'am, I didn't get that. They didn't want to be there. But shout out to the viewer that told me to go. I don't remember who you are, your name, but shout out to y'all, whoever told me to go look at it, because I did. I was like, really? How rude. I mean, you just cut the lady off. But yeah, that was so rude. It was so rude. Okay, so Donna Wilson, I'm not pleading. This was July 7th at 8:35. I'm not pleading with criminals like a lot of you would, and not even waiting a third day. I'm calling on the living God to please help bring Summer home. And yeah, I may be wrong for all of the pain they caused. I pray and plead with God. Please let them come to their senses or come to an end one way or the other. Please, God, help me. I pray. Please, God, not for me, but for your name's sake, please. Bring this to an end quickly. In the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm not pleading with criminals like a lot of you would and not even waiting a third day. Donna Wells, the first week you practically gave up on your daughter from what I got. You was pretty much like, I don't have no hope because of what happened to Rose. That's why I don't have no hope in this situation. I mean, she was just gone a couple of days. Rose and your daughter is two separate situations. That's 10 plus years. This is 2-3 days. So, I mean, why would you give up on your daughter in 2-3 days and just say, well, I don't got no hope for this? Now, I'll never forget that. That's imprinted in the back of my brain when he said that, because that was my first or second red flag for Donna Wells that had caught my attention with him. So, yeah. Yeah, you're not going to plead because, I mean, which I mean, if your daughter was really abducted, you would be pleading. So why wouldn't you plead with the person that took her? If it's nothing you can do and there's no other way to go, you don't know who did it, you got no information, why wouldn't you plead for your child? So that's my question to that. Why wouldn't you? Now, Summer's auntie, Candace's sister, that went missing 10 plus years ago. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Paisley. I mean, for real, who would? I mean, it's so soon. I mean, he was talking slick negatively, like she was not going to be found. Like he had gave up. He had no hope the first week, which was a red flag for me. A super red flag. Oh, I can't forget this one. July 6th at 10:10 p.m. He said, so how would you address the kidnappers of your precious 5-year-old daughter after you have pleaded with them for weeks? I thought you said you wouldn't go plead with I'm so I mean, these posts are just like, you could tell they're just rants and they're just sporadic and they just out the blue, and he's just not thinking about them. He's just writing the first thing, every emotion, he's putting it on Facebook. That's what I'm seeing. Every emotion, because it changes. Every post is a different emotion, a different feeling every time. So he's ranting, his emotions is changing, and he's just putting it on Facebook. One minute he pleading, next minute he's not. Right, Stank Puss. Yes, Amanda. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, he said he's been pleading with them for weeks. Did I? Maybe I ain't see that. Maybe I had some things I need to go watch. Because I don't think I see nobody pleading. I could be wrong. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, I already read that one. Boom. Let's read this one. Yeah, you would have to watch Chris McDonough phone release that he did with Don. It's a lot. You have to like watch it like 2 or 3 times just to really get a good understanding and to digest, because there's so much said in that phone conversation. You could take it so many ways. But yeah, it's definitely red flags in that phone conversation to me, in my opinion. All right, July 9th, 12/12, he said, peace be unto you. July 9th. Is that 8th or 9th? It might be 8. Okay, for 11 p.m., he said, we really need help finding this red pickup truck with ladder rack. Not sure if I'm not sure of make, maybe Toyota, not the one picture, but something like it. I just found out that it was parked at the bottom of our driveway around the time of some of disappearance. Please help us locate this truck. It did have buckets in the back. And that was July 9th. July 8th. 800,000 kids kidnapped annually in the USA. Why isn't this our number one priority? So he's basically doing his research now to back up his belief of abduction. Okay? So he's pulling up statistics. He's doing his research to show others, to prove to us, to everybody. Hopefully he giving all this to law enforcement. That his baby was kidnapped. Okay, yeah, that's the one I've already read. Hi, Scotty. Yes, Signa, and I hope he remember that they're probably watching it too. This is the one he said about the Jezebel. I thought was so funny, because everybody that doesn't agree doesn't mean that they're, have the spirit of Jezebel. I mean, some people just take the Bible so out of context. Okay, so he says there seems to be something familiar about, with all the negativity, a familiar spirit, the spirit of Jezebel. July 6th, he says, Bible Flux Box. Will our pets go to heaven with us? So, I mean, your daughter, I really don't see much about Summer myself. I see mostly him posting about things that have really nothing to do with Summer Wills. I mean, this is what I'm seeing here. If he's not fussing about something and ranting about something, he's really just talking out the side of his neck and quoting scriptures and statistics. But I really don't hear him just talking and pleading and really going on and on about his daughter. It's more him having to do with everything else and everybody else. Scotty, he hard-headed. Stank-a-puss. From my understanding, they took all their phone. They took Candace's phone, Donna's phone, and Hunter's phone. Candace, the one that was seen at the AT&T store getting all them new phones. Stank-a-puss. Her phone was taken. You know her phone was taken. She was the last one with someone. Yeah, she said herself too. That they took her phone, TV, everything. They took a lot of stuff. But yeah, they had to go get new phones because they didn't get they had their phones. It was gone. Tyra, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. I don't believe she went missing from the MF's basement. Me either, I don't. There was a whole lot of weirdness with H interview. Okay. He also says, please watch on YouTube Bible Flock Box. Your kids are not safe in the Roman Catholic Church. Oh my God. The abductors. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep going. July 6th. He says, to the abductors, you have 2 days to turn Summer loose, or many will be joining me in prayer. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's the one I just put. Interesting. Now she had, when she was speaking, and she said she had another phone. Yeah, those was new phones, Stank Puss. But she said she found an old phone allegedly that she had some old TikToks and something to show them that he does TikTok videos. But yeah, they took her they took their tech. You can go on the website in her statement, her in one interview on the website, she'll tell you everything they took. And Donna will tell you on Chris interview that they took her phone, his phone, and he said when they got their phones back, all their stuff was erased. All their message, and I want to say he said grandmama too. All their message was erased from 3:30 to the time they called the police to 6:30. He said all of them was deleted. All their phones had to, yeah. Yeah, so go check it out and you'll hear it for yourself. But yeah, allegedly she went to AT&T and got all new phones. And I think people helped donate for her to get those phones. I don't know if that's... Well, we don't know. I mean, because we don't know if H got his phone or not. At the time of his interview, he did it, but we don't know if they recently got their tech back or not. If they got theirs back, then H should have his back. He just ain't. Okay, thank you, Brain. Yeah, he probably just ain't been out to talk or since his interview with Chris, but he probably got his phone back. If Don and Candace got their phone, then ain't no way Hunter don't got his phone. Thought H was too cool for TikTok. As if he, I mean, this is going off what Candace said, y'all. I'm not quoting what they say for Bible, because I found too many inconsistencies to believe what any of them are saying. But that's what Candace said. So, hey, Wanderlust. So I can't say if that's true what Candace said, and I can't say because it's just inconsistencies. I could tell you what I think. I don't think H made a lot of that stuff up. Just by our observations, that was their thing. They allowed Hunter to drink and smoke with them on both sides, Candace, Don, and Allie. So that smoking and drinking was most likely, in my opinion, true down there. That's what I believe too, Wanderlust. Shaydock, I would be too. I personally don't believe nobody got their take back. I don't know. I mean, and then y'all, it takes a long. It can take up to. I mean, we'll be in the second month. It could take a while to get all those cell phones datas back. It takes a while. It don't come right away. I won't believe anything to Candace says anyway because she's on drugs. She does. Okay, Scotty. All right, July 6th, 7:46. He said, to the abductors, you have 2 days to turn some loose, or many will be joining me in prayer for your destruction. I pray for your sake you will have a change of heart, but I know Satan's whispering in your ear. Don't listen to him. Listen to the living God instead. Do what is right. There are many religions that can justify anything, but I promise they're run by Satan himself. So you judging religions, like, you really, like, overstepping here, Don. But okay. Everybody that is not your religion is not ran by Satan himself. Like, that is very judgmental. But okay, like this is, I sound crazy just reading this. Anyway, don't be fooled. Millions of good Christians are praying for Summer and other innocent children, and I'm sure God is listening. Please do the right thing before it's too late, please, God. Please help us in our cause as we turn to you, Lord of kings and lords of lords. We love you, God. Oh, my God. I feel so stupid reading this. Yeah, I feel slow reading that. Okay, he also says in Exodus, God wants us to read some scripture morning and night. Please try for Summer's sake and on yourself, God, and country. I mean, you can plead for your daughter without the extra. You really can. And just be really insincere. I mean, I think it's mostly what people want. It's just the sincerity of the feelings you have for your daughter to be found. I mean, if we can get that, we'll be good. Yes, one loss. He really is. I sound crazy repeating the things he's saying. Like, oh my God. I mean, you can talk about your daughter without putting God in it. I get it if you feel the need to embellish, but really, it looks overly done. I think we should just, it wouldn't be done for an extra. This is so extra, but I'm going to keep going. July 5th at 4:40, he said, to the kidnappers of my daughter, I've asked God, and I believe he's given me the go-ahead to plead with you first to release my daughter. And there will still be time for you to repent, change your ways, and still obtain eternal life. If not, I will ask God for your destruction in a violent way. I thought you couldn't do that to the Christians that go by the Bible, that you couldn't ask for somebody else's destruction. But okay. I'm asking this time, please let her come home. We love her so much. It's indescribable. We're so deeply hurt. Just so you know how it will be if you don't let her go in 3 days. I'm asking God for your destruction. Take it from me. Do not play with God. I thought Christians don't do that, but maybe I'm mistaken. I thought that you weren't supposed to pray for somebody else's demise. Well, that post 273, 14 shares. Yeah. At that time, 273. But he deleted, for those just this late coming in, he got rid of all these posts. A lot of these are gone. So I'm glad I got them when I got them. I'm glad I got them when I got them. Yeah, we encourage everybody to keep it real on this platform. They tell their thoughts and their opinions. Everybody's free to. Let's see. Don't even want to read. Okay, July 5th. I honestly feel that Trump, was trying his hardest to stop organized crime, and that's why he was taken out. Biden has undone all Trump has worked for, and looks like he's paying them thugs money. Can't help but wonder, is this why my daughter's gone? If Trump was still in office, would it have made a difference? So, are we going toward the thugs? Got your baby now? I mean, is that what we're doing? And are we political now? I mean, he has turned so many corners on these posts. He's been biblical. He's been political. He's been statistical. He's been... What else? Projective. He's been a lot of things. So he's a politician, basically. In this post, he's a politician. And he wants to basically say, because Biden hasn't done all Trump's work, that's basically why his daughter's gone. The thugs out, they paying the money. The thugs basically got something. This is just classic telltale signs of narrating this whole case of what you want the outside people to look and believe. That's all this is. I don't see nothing pretty much else. I mean, he's all these type of things. I mean, he done went every which way. I don't think there's no corner he hasn't turned to yet. I mean, he caught himself pleading to the abductor. He even went that way. And then, yeah, the political one turned me for a loop. Doing a lot of things, but he not being truthful. Definitely single. This is so narrative. He is really narrating the hell out of the people. And I don't think that's fair, because you pretty putting on this show for the people that are sympathetic to you. I think you should just really be you. Really be you, Don. Be yourself. Don't. You got some people out there that really are sympathetic to him, that believe him. And he just not being real. That's all. He putting on this whole show. We almost done with this. We're going to go to the next one. Okay, cool. We on. Okay, so he posted her. Oh, and he on June 21st, he said, I think it's a shame on our country's part that anyone could just go into Mexico unchecked. I mean, you went to Mexico when you were selling your drugs? I mean, I'm just saying. You went straight through. I'm just saying. You went straight to Mexico, too. So I'm really... Was that saying that you think your daughter might be in Mexico? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, this is so all over the place. June 21st. I think it's a shame on our country's part that anyone can just go into Mexico and cheat. So did someone, you saying an abductor took her to Mexico and they didn't check her? Or are you saying this on a political standing? That's what I want to know. And then he posted a picture of Summer Wells on June 20th. So let me get to the next email. Because what I'm going to show y'all is probably going to make y'all, yeah, but we're going to go there. I mean, that's the only thing he didn't do yet was blame the immigrants. Right, Amby. I didn't think so. Yeah, Wendy, I saw that. I be trying, I be checking in, but not too much because, you know, Donwell, he irks my soul. Just with this is not a game. You know, he's really, really taking advantage of a lot of things. He's really taking advantage of the support that might genuinely support him. And he's talking about all these other things that shouldn't be a thought on his mind. It should only be Summer Wells and finding his daughter and bringing her home. But yet he goes to politics and statistics and all this other things when it's not really about her. And then he talking about the Bible and he's judging and all these other things that he complained about people doing to him. But, you know, I don't agree with people stalking or harassing and all of that. I don't agree with none of that, even to him. And like I said, we give him a respect as a human being on this channel. But personally, I don't respect him for what he did to his family. I can't respect somebody like that. But far as professionalized and far as handling this case, we're going to give him respect as a human being. But personally, no. He's controlling. He's an abuser. He's a assaulter. He's all these things. He's all these things. I don't know, Sherry. I got to look at it. It's like a couple of possibilities. People, you know. It's a couple of possibilities. I think me and John are supposed to look at it, but I'm going to go back over it, actually. Yeah, Jerry, he irks my soul. He just does. And that's, like I said, I separate my feelings for him because I don't respect him as a man. To treat your wife like it, to do your family like that, or I don't respect you as a man to do that or have done what you've done to your family, to women, period. And I know he got some issues there to have done that. So I have to separate that as I'm dealing with this case. But yeah, he do irk my soul. He really do. Yes, Jacqueline. Grandma, I've been saying from like weeks now, why isn't she out? Why isn't she verifying all these things that they're saying she said or has done? Why is she not out speaking, talking, backing up her daughter? Or out here pleading for her grandbaby? I mean, I don't know. I heard that she had a doctor's appointment out of town. I've also heard that this might be too much for her. You know, this might be like a flashback of what happened to Rose. I have no earthly idea, but I would like to see Grandma. I would like for her to come out and verify what they've said Grandma has done, because, you know, they have said that she was the one drinking the twisted tea and she this or she that. So I would like to hear from Grandma. Ain't nothing better to hear from the horse's mouth. I would like to hear Grandma say what people saying she's done. So that would be what I would love to hear. Yes, Maureen, Paul, baby, but we're not gonna stop until she's found, or we get at least the truth of what happened to her that leads her to be found. And yeah, it's crazy, but that's where we at. So 2 days ago, he wrote, Chris McDonald, so I know you exposed me with everything you got and then some. That's what you do. I fell for so many traps here lately, but no more. Instead of attacking you, I should have been praying for you. We all need forgiveness and we all need help. Say what you want about me. I'm turning back to God in summer. Yes, I must pray for my enemies, as Christ said. Yeah, so I think he did that after Chris posted the phone conversation, because first Donna was snapping trying to say Chris twisted his words and all this, that, and the third. But when Chris posted that conversation that verified what Chris said, yeah, that surprised Donald, and that made him feel some type of way. So he also posted this, and I'm gonna go there about these because I watched these. Yeah, I finally saw that. I saw that flag kitten. I really did. I ain't gonna comment on it though. But yeah, that tells me more about the beliefs. How about that? Let me say that. That let me know how they feel and what they believe in. Let me say that. Signal. That's right, Sherry. One of the biggest days disgusting. Signals of Christian churches honor the old ways. Women were the first to pray with people and teach people to pray. I'm not sure if that church does too. Okay. So Donna Wells, okay, this was about 3 days ago. So he was basically mad because he was ranting. Oh, Chris turned on me. I thought he was my friend. Well, that's not his job to be your friend. His job is to help you find. He offered to help find your daughter. That's what he agreed to do. He wasn't there to be your friend, your buddy, your homie. He was there to help assist with finding Summer and getting to the bottom of what happened or where she is. Okay. So Donald is upset and he calling him all these things, a lie, twist the words, and God and the devil and all this and the third. I already read those, what he said about him. So he posted one of Chris's interviews. Okay. So I took the liberty yesterday or day before. It was probably yesterday. And I watched it. And people are not a lot, in my opinion, because he has way more supporters than he does people that don't like him now. I see it both ways because I've been on the bad side of the law, okay, and I have been on the good side to where, I've went to school for law enforcement, graduated with a police science degree. So I've been on both sides. So I see both ways. Some things I don't agree with, but this is 1998. The way they did things was a little bit different back then. Some things they still do. But yeah, a lot of things they did, they don't do anymore. And that's why they have legal counsel. But the one thing I did not agree with in this particular interview was that the parents didn't know he was in there being interviewed. That was the main thing. Okay. But from how they train us, I mean, I really just don't see where Chris was wrong. I mean, like, other than that, parents not being in there, that's what they're allowed to do. Okay, Scotty, go ahead. You can, if you whatever you missed, you can watch tomorrow. These men are there too, but they've been behind their phones. Yet the men are the loudest. Yeah. Ah, a waitress. Great observation. Awesome observation. You see, when people talk too much, they put their foot in their mouth. And that's why I said there's so many inconsistencies. I don't see how people don't see this. I mean, it's pretty much everybody just has different things. And you would think at least Candace and Don would be on the same page. At least, I mean, y'all live in the same house. If this was so true, then it would align together. It's not aligning together. It's like this. Like, it's not this. It's like this. Totally separate. But yeah, so Don posted this, to basically attack or make Chris feel some type of way, to try to attack his reputation, his integrity. That's why Donna posted this, okay? I don't think, obviously it didn't work because a lot of people still support and love Chris as well as I will. 1998, you know how they did things. That's just how they did things. Like I said, I didn't agree with them interviewing this child without attorney or mother and daddy. That's what I didn't agree with. But for me, looking at the interview for a moment, hell, I thought he might have done it. But because the way he acted and things he said and his body language, his expressions in that interview, it was of a guilty person. And somebody that's not guilty is not going to say the things he said. If y'all go watch it, you're just not gonna say those guilty things that he said. And so just like, and I even put myself as if it was my daughter. My daughter's not gonna cry for something she did not do. She's not gonna do that. She's gonna look at you like you crazy and continue to tell you, I didn't do that. So I'm just saying, he had so much emotion of guilt of possibly murdering his sister. I really thought he possibly did it. So I really didn't see a whole lot wrong with this interview, but I guess everybody's different. Like I said, I didn't agree with the parents not being notified and or an attorney, somebody to be in there with him. Yeah, but it was just a couple of small things that I didn't like. But other than that, overall, it's public, But yeah, so Don posted this a couple days ago to basically put a cover on Chris's reputation. Yes, Signal. Yes, ma'am. He deleted a lot of stuff. He deleted all this. He also said a couple days ago, why do so many people want to prove to everyone and prove to me that there's no good in me? What do you get out of that? I was so confident. I used to unload. Okay, I read that before. And those times that he used to ride with his dad in the semi trucks and stuff, I wonder was that a very long time, and I wonder if his father ever did anything inappropriate to him. Because he had to have got this learned behavior from somewhere. And for him to do it to his family members, at a young age, that's just a question. How much, who could have done it? Who was he all around when he was younger, And if he was spent a lot of time and a long time on the road, shoot, I don't know. Something I wonder. I'm so tired of reading about Chris. But anyway, I think this is the last post he said about him. Chris McDonough, wow, I thought you was on the road. Okay, no, I read that one too. Cool. No, I read that one. I'm not going to reread anything. We're almost done here. Okay. I think the last one I didn't read. Yeah. He said slanders Jasper. Okay, yeah, I read that one. I didn't read this one. That one was a couple days ago too. About 5, yeah. Chris McDonough twisted everything I said. He's the biggest liar, along with my niece and Trish. Yeah, I read that one too. But yeah, but basically all of these was him controlling the narrative. He done went talking about the presidents, drug dealers, thugs, statistics. He's been all over the place, okay? And it just wasn't a whole lot about Summer, and he's made it a lot about him and what people have done to him and what they're doing to him and woe is me. He also, I mean, this is just what I'm seeing. I mean, I have to address the things I see and the things I don't see, and I don't see a lot of Summer. I see a few, but not a lot. And we went through 13, 14, about 16 Facebook posts. And he's just really projecting and really controlling the narrative on this Facebook post. And he really wants the people to believe what he believes. And it looks like he would do anything to do that. And he's been really working it. But for some reason today, I noticed that he deleted almost all of those posts and just put pictures up of Summer, which he really should have been doing from the get-go and not being trying to be all in the face of the reporters and all on Facebook and all on these interviews. He really should have just been, because he really messed himself up by him and Candace's stories not matching, being different, conflictive. He really, really, really messed it up. And if those victims that he hurt are in a state where there's no statute of limitations, he's also facing other charges additional to the situation he already has going on. So we don't know if he did anything or had nothing to do with Summer, but now you have to worry about that, your daughter's case, and what you did. So, I mean, you have a lot riding on you. If I was you, I would just try to listen to my lawyer, stay off Facebook, because, yeah, you're looking really crazy. In my opinion, he looks crazy, and this is not a good sign. It's not a good sign, and this makes him look like he really has something to hide. And that's just my opinion. Because you wouldn't push so hard for so long to try to get everybody to believe what you're saying. I mean, in a way, you could if you was, being honest. But when you didn't been honest, I mean, you can't really force people to believe you. But he's really out here talking, and you don't really see Candace anymore or hear her. Especially when they're together, you don't hear Candace. So I'm really just hoping, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully she's okay. Because she's getting the real, hey, Phoenix. They expose those kids to too much grown people stuff. Hell yeah. So what I'm about to show you, because I have a picture that's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. And I really want to get y'all's opinion. So on this picture, I have blocked out the boys' faces, and I covered up Summer because she was completely nude. And I do not believe in showing porn or showing anything that will victimize a child or a minor. But I'm going to show you this. And people, can you believe people was actually, this is basically when you share a naked child, you're sharing porn. Okay. They did not block it out, edit it, nothing. And just, you could just told us the baby was nude. You didn't have to show us that the baby was nude. But you could just told us someone was naked. And that's a questionable what was going on here. Instead of, but yeah, they had it showing on Facebook. I'm surprised they wasn't kicked off. But yeah. So I got a question about these. So allegedly, what I'm seeing here is Don is at work and he's working on the house with a buddy. He working on the house with a buddy, right? Summer is completely naked. Completely naked. I had to edit these, and these are two of the boys, but I cropped out their face because I don't want to show their face. This is about Summer, so she's the only face I will ever show, when I do my cases as minors. If they're not, involved in the case, I'm not showing them. So I cropped out the face and I covered up the baby. But she's completely naked. And I guess it was okay. And they showed this to Don on his Facebook on a comment, but he never responded to it. He didn't respond. He didn't respond at all. So what is y'all opinions about this? So this looks to me like it's at like a construction site or a site that he's working possibly. I don't know. But it seems like he's at a site where he's working. But could nobody put her on a diaper or underwear or a shirt? Or did y'all not see that she's out here nude? I mean, if I try to give the benefit of the doubt, did you not know she was out there? But if you're at a construction site, you should know you got your kids out there. So I'm just confused. I'm really confused. No, it's brown. No, that's not his house. It's like he's at a construction site. No, he didn't post this. Someone shared it to him. He never responded to this. But this is Summer, and that's her brothers. And one of those guys over there is Don. But she is completely naked. But this look like it's a brown house. Look like it's a house, like he's at a construction site or something. I wouldn't even let my babies go outside naked. So I don't know if this is. I personally don't feel like it's appropriate. I have a whole problem with it. I won't even let my boy come outside with him completely naked as a baby. Neither my girl as a baby. So I'm really having a problem. I mean, I got questions. Like, did nobody notice that she's naked? Maybe she took off her clothes. Because I have a 4-year-old that likes to, but he does it at home. Like, he has underwear, but comes home, he takes everything off. But he has on underwear, and he don't run outside like that. So, I mean, maybe she got hot and took off her clothes, and maybe they didn't notice, but the boys are right here, and they see her. I just didn't want to show their faces, so I covered it up. But they're looking like, I mean, they're right there. So I don't know how nobody saw her. And at some point, I know they're working on a house, but at some point they have to turn around. And for one, I mean, it looked like it's kind of dangerous right here for her to be playing, especially nude. What if she fall on a brick and hurt her little parts? That's a whole emergency room situation. And CPS automatically, the emergency room will automatically call CPS thinking something deeper than a fall. You know, I just see so many hazardous possibilities. Mm-mm. That's just wrong. Who's recording to the mom? That is sus. Donna Kennedy should have had it taken down. Who took this picture? I mean, they have, it's got to be their pictures. It looked like they posted it. You have comments right here. You have comments. I mean, they had to be the ones that posted it. And it's just been shared around. Like, they share all their pictures. People take all their pictures and they just share it all over Facebook. How else would this get out? How else would this get on Facebook if Don and Candace didn't share it? I can tell you're a good worry wart mom. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not finna put all of that. No. I just see so many hazard situations. But no, I'm not gonna show the boy's face. I covered that up and I covered her little nude body up because I'm just like, I'm like, y'all seriously? This is like sharing porn. You have to cover the child. No matter how you found the child or the photo, before you share, at least have the decency to cover the child up. Yeah, it is. It's really messed up. She could have fallen on nails. Exactly. Yes. You got the bricks. You got nails. You got wood. And if you fall in the wrong spot, it's over. And they're going to be questioning, well, how she get hurt there? How she get hurt down there? They're going to question that. How did she get hurt down there? And then if they don't feel like they gave them a substantial answer, they're going to report them if she would have fell out there nude like that. It's not. Somebody said it's also why people are different than what you think. So what you saying? White people have their babies out here naked like it's at a construction site? That's some white people stuff? Is that what you trying to tell me? Because I'm just saying, I don't think nobody would have their baby out there nude like that, regardless of their race. In my opinion, I don't think it's a white people thing. I don't think it's a black people thing. I'm naked. No, I'm saying not even a diaper or underwear. Not a diaper or underwear. I've never seen that I've never seen this from any race, is what I'm saying. And you're entitled to your opinion always. But no. I don't think it's a race thing. Because I've been around white people that took, that don't let their kids come out like that. That take care of their kids. I've been around white people that do not treat their kids like this. They don't let them come out naked. Now, maybe they don't like wearing a lot of shoes, but neither does my kids. Sometimes my kids will walk out with no shoes on and tell them, come get your shoes on before you go outside. But, it just depends on the family, how they're raised. But this, I haven't seen it in no culture. Naked, unless they were living somewhere in Africa where they don't have no clothes on. Somewhere in a country where they do not have to wear clothes, where they have just the bottoms and the breasts out, you know what I'm talking about? In a country like that, okay. But we in the United States of America, and anybody walking around nude is against the law. That's what, public indecency? Yeah, not in the United States. Yeah, this is very not normal. This is not normal. This is disturbing. But I made sure I edited it before I posted it because, I mean, not post it, but show you guys. But yeah, I want to get your opinion on it. And I would like to know who took this photo. Maybe they thought it was funny. Because I'm really trying to find a brighter look. I'm having a hard time, but I'm trying. So maybe whoever took the picture thought, oh, she took off her diaper. Let me take this picture. I can't believe she's doing this. Like a wow moment. If that's the case, it should have never been posted to social media. If it was a wow moment, or oh my God, I can't believe she did this as a baby, or whatever. Yes, Wanda. This is not. We in the United States, like, we don't do this. I mean, somebody, a pervert, could have really saw this and find that location and tried to get her. Yes, Trump. That's my thing. Brothers are looking at you. They see you. Whoever is taking this picture can see you. And your daddy is on the right side with a whole nother man. And this baby is Nikki. I see like a million things wrong with this picture. And I'm trying to find one possibility. Trying to find one reasonable explanation. And the only thing I can come up with is maybe she thought this was funny, that she might have took off her underwear or got undressed and maybe thought this is a wow moment. I'm really trying to find, I'm trying to be unbiased here. And I can't find no good reasons why you would post this. I just can't. Yeah, Shada, I would tear that butt up. You do not get undressed in public nowhere. I definitely wouldn't take a picture and post it on the world to see. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Yeah, Phoenix, we don't post it on social media. Yes. I'm thinking it's probably a little hot outside. They're probably working on the house, whatever construction site they're at while he's doing his business. But she's completely nude. One of the boys got their shirt out, but one of them they got bottoms on. Everybody got bottoms on except for Summer. She got nothing on. Nothing. Not a nothing. Completely 100% nude. Yeah, you would think they wouldn't want their child picture out, but maybe they didn't realize that they put it out. Maybe they put it out on accident. Like, I'm really trying to find a reasonable explanation, and I just can't find one. And people, I really can't believe they put this out. But yeah. Yeah, she really could. It's like 100 hazardous situations. But yeah, I'm done looking at that. Hazardous, horrible situation. that child should have never, ever, ever, ever been like that. That was so wrong on so many levels. So wrong on so many levels. So wrong on so many levels. Right. And that makes you wonder, is this what she do at home? It raises so much red flags. And I have enough red flags that I can barely keep up with right now. Okay. With this case. Okay. I have enough that I'm struggling with. Yeah, I covered her up. She's completely nude. Nothing. No panties, no pants, no shorts, no shirt, no bra. I'm just over exaggerating because she's a little girl. She don't need a bra right now, but nothing. Undershirt, nothing, nada. Nothing. The Wilson's Dallas, nothing. I covered her up because I'm not gonna let nobody see her nude like that. That's me sharing child pornography. I cannot show a naked child. I would never share a naked child. But it's being shared on Facebook, unfortunately. That's a good question. Maybe it's something I'll look into. I'm just overwhelmed by the hazardous situations. I know it's another man beside that. I ain't even concerned with who it is because I'm so shocked at this picture. I'm so blown away that they don't see somebody had to take the picture. And I'm thinking maybe I don't know, something. But the thing is, why even take it and have it where someone could snatch it? Because they snatched it real quick and they circulated it. And it's everywhere. And I get it. Sometimes when your kid do something strange and funny and you want to hurry up and take the picture, I've done it. But I've never posted it to social media. Never. So I'm trying to look at it or give it a possibility of she had a wow moment. She wanna, I can't believe Summer took off her clothes and she took the picture. But now it's gotten all over and it's not good. That I would hope I hope so, Shay Dog. But yeah. So we went over all Don's Facebook. Well, like 13. A few, or at least about 16 or 17 of Don's Facebook posts. And I talked to y'all on what I got from everything he's saying and what he's trying to do and what he wants us to do. But the police, in my opinion, just don't believe that Summer was abducted. And they're not showing or acting like she was abducted. They are acting like she's somewhere close. And I think that's really pissing Don off. And then they're not updating him on the case either. So I think that is kind of funny that they're not even updating him. I mean, what does that mean? They're not even updating you? So what's really going on? That's what I think, Wilson Dallas. That's what I think. She might have had a wow moment. Like, oh, she's so cute. She took off her bottoms. Yeah, Trump. But not thinking that your husband and his co-workers out here, your sons is out here, Yeah, she's a baby. You might not think they would look at her, but it's just inappropriate on a million different ways. Just because you expect someone not to be like that with a kid doesn't mean they're not going to be like that with a kid. Yes, Trump, I did. I watched. I thought it was a wonderful live. I watched the whole live. I didn't miss a beat. Except for when Chris had his little internet moments. Yeah, but yeah, so I really wanted to, yeah, and a lot of women are, and then that's how their children get victimized quickly because they overly trust people when you can never 100% trust anyone. You just can't, especially when it comes to children. I mean, the time we're living in, everywhere we turn, it's more kids missing, there are more kids dying, and we really don't know what's going on. We're trying to figure it out, but we don't know what's happening. So if I was everybody, I would do everything I can to protect your child right now. It's all over. I don't know what's going on. If there's some type of attack on kids, or do we have a upslide in pedophiles, or is there I mean, I know we have those, but I mean, it's like back to back. Like we got Summer, we got Michael. Before that, we had Samuel. I mean, the list goes on and on. Watermark your pics. Who, me? I don't even want to watermark it. The last time it was bad, it was 2002. 2002. I mean, it's bad. Like, we cannot catch a break. We having to juggle multiple cases at one time. We have to work on multiple cases because your kids pick. My kids or the picture I just posted? I mean, showed you guys. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, but nowadays, just be careful not to even. I would maybe show my kid a little bit, but I wouldn't overdo it in these days and times. Yes. I would be careful on how much you're even showing the world your kids. Like, I may post my kids once in a blue moon. It'd have to be a special occasion, but I don't frequently post them because it's so dangerous. And people, I don't understand it, but people are attracted to children. There's some people that's sick in the membrane and they are attracted to children. So if a pedophile saw that, they would be turned on, and that's like temptation to them, and they'd probably be on their way to try to get her. It's just so dangerous. And it's so disturbing. That was so disturbing to me. And I couldn't believe I ran into that. That's why I don't like researching and shit. I don't like certain stuff. I don't like researching because it just, when you looking, you gonna find something. And I didn't want to find that. Right, a waitress. It's just really deep. It's really deep and it's inappropriate in my opinion. I can see where she probably thought it was cute. Not for the world. It should have been covered. And you could have just put down at the bottom. She was completely nude. She took off her diaper or underwear or whatever. She took this off and I thought it was so cute. And you could have wrote in there what she did and covered her body. I mean, you could have did anything, but not post it for the whole world to see. That really, did not help y'all image for a lot of people, and I saw that. They was appalled. And I mean, yeah, put a flower or something. I just took a marker and went over it all. I went over the whole thing. I said, oh no. I don't even want to look at it. I see, Trump. I see your point of view. Yes, Paisley. I think they all need counseling, some services, some help. And I'm just being honest. And if maybe it will help with a lot of things. And maybe it'll help us get down to what happened to someone. You never know. They might get in there and shoot, remember something or confess. Who knows? If they didn't do it, remember something. If they did it, confess. But yeah, it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. And I pointed out the rage rants with Don on Facebook. It's just, he just erased most of all those. But hey, Kimberly, baby, he, deleted most of those posts. You're not going to be able to find them. So I don't know what he's up to, or maybe he felt bad, or maybe someone told him to take the post down. I don't know. But yeah, he was going kind of, I hope he looked back on what he said and kind of stood outside the box and put himself in someone else's shoes and asked himself, what would you think if you saw somebody right there? It's just kind of weird, so hopefully he's thinking a little bit more and realizing that everything he's saying and doing is not helping him. That maybe if he just fall back and focus on something that will help him, that will benefit him than doing what he was doing. Yeah, because that's the number one objective, is finding Summer. And yeah, so I can't wait, because I'm going to just keep looking over this case and trying to see what I missed. Another thing that Chris pointed out that I'm going to look into, so EquiSearch did come out there and search. I don't know where they searched. A viewer sent me something or messaged me something about a park. So I'm thinking about when the kids, not this weekend, because kids ready for school, but next weekend when they visit their dad next weekend, they'll be with me. They'll be home. The following weekend, yes, I'll probably drive back up and check out the water. It's a waterfall park that allegedly she visited too. So I might just go out there and look around and do some searches out there. Because allegedly there was another park. So I'm just trying to find out and where actually this girl has been that day, possibly, and just try to search. Do what I can, because we're not getting nowhere with where they said they went. No, it's in Tennessee. It's a waterfall park, but it's in Tennessee. Good night, waitress. I'm finna get off here too. I didn't know it was so late, but I had to break that down. Thank you, Kimberly. Well, yeah, so I'm probably gonna drive up there and start, especially if we don't have no answers. I'm going to try to search and fill in gaps, because we already point out the inconsistencies. So point out the inconsistencies. Looking for Don's ex-wife. Yeah, I heard about her. Just by the inconsistency itself, I just can't 100% trust everything Don and Candace say. So I have to just use my brain in the facts that we do have that's can't be changed in law enforcement and see what we come up with from there. That's really all we can do right now because it's just nothing really to go on. We don't know anything, and they're not being honest. Like everything is just all wrong. Nothing makes sense. Don't match. Keep changing stories. It's just details are just changing. But I might. Some's telling me to go back to that hole and go to places that I didn't want to go, and I might just have someone meet me there or ride there with me. But something is telling me I need to check. I mean, to just go certain places that I wanted to go but didn't really want to go because I was worried about animals coming out. I don't know. Because it was weird. It was the eye catcher when Candace said time was going slow as she was walking towards that water. Like something happened. She and I'll never forget that. She did. Not nowhere else, not at the house where something would have, you would think when you find notes are missing at the house, that's when things will be moving slow. But at the hole, so I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. So I'll keep thinking about it. And if there really was, Amby, you got to think about that too. Was it really a red Toyota there? Okay, Wanderlust. I might look into that too. Shoot, if I have to, I'll just drive from the highway they would take near their house and go to Jonesboro and look on both sides. If I have to. If I have to. Because it just don't make sense. And I'm just really hoping that law enforcement have went to all these places that their phones pinged off of, because we don't know anything and we don't know the truth. We don't know anything. TBI said so about what? Yes, signal like that's where a trauma happened. Yes. And that's why I'm like, well, should I go deeper up on the mountains out there? I mean, where should I go? So I'm going to think about it. I'm going to dwell on it. And I'm going to make a decision. Either way I go, I'm going to head back out there. I would like to ask TBI, can they please send a search team to any of the construction sites and possibly at any of the parks? Have they did all parks or every possible place? Because there's so many places at all these places. So, I mean, we got to keep going. We got to keep searching. Nah, yeah, they would transport. People move bodies all the time. But I'm really hoping law enforcement come out soon. But definitely gonna go back up there. Now that's an idea. Yeah. Yeah, I need law enforcement to search all the construction sites. See if they can send a search team. And I know they visited other parks. So, and I don't know, it was a waterfall park. So I'm gonna try to find. I think someone sent me the name. So I'm gonna try to see. No, I just have Cash App. I did have PayPal like years ago. No, I don't. Read what out loud? Oh, I've already showed the messages. You probably a little bit behind, baby. Exactly. Basically anywhere they said they been that day. Anywhere they said they been that day. And it sounds bad, okay? But it's really not. I mean, if we don't know where to look, they looked everywhere. If they tore the house apart, if they tore the okay. Oh, I didn't even write that right. There you go, Kimberly, baby. If yeah, anywhere they've been that day, and yeah, we just got to be real. Anywhere they've been that day, because we're getting conflicting information. They're changing their own stories. It's no one else is doing it. It's coming out of their mouth. So basically, yeah, that's why law enforcement keep going back over there and keep looking over and over again at that house. And they're mad about it, but what do you expect? We trying to find your child. So I really don't care how they feel. I really just want to find someone. So they can get mad that we're searching, but I really don't give a damn about nobody being mad about us trying to find a child. But yeah, I don't care about that. If their stories didn't change, it could be believable with the changes and the switching. I can't go off that. So it's just time that the law enforcement did the house, the immediate area, and they worked their way out in the woods. So it's time for other people to start searching in all the other places they've been to. And I already been to the hippie house. I already been to Duck Island. I already been to a couple of parts already there. So it's just time for me to go back out there and hit other places that they've been to. And go back to the one of the places I've been to, but go deeper up in the mountain. What if you drove back there in a work truck? Someone did whatever. Possibly Phoenix. Yeah, and definitely I want to take that trip from the house to Jonesboro. I definitely want to take that trip. That little drive. And I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna do it when I go back up there. Cause it's just 30-40 minutes. So I'm gonna drive and backtrack and from the house to Jonesboro and look and maybe some people out there would like to search and we hit some construction sites. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Definitely if I have service. If not, I'll just record. I'll just probably record some things or record as much as I can. But I always take multiple devices. House to Jonesboro. Okay. Well, that's definitely something I'm going to do when I get up there. I'm going to drive from the house to Jonesboro, and then I'm something. Yeah. When Chris brought that up tonight, it made me think, yeah, that's what you would do. When a trauma ever happened with me, when I'm close to something or I remember something or I'm close to where something happened at, yeah, all those feelings start rushing and you get this hot feeling and everything is moving slow. So that makes so much sense. But I watched the thing. I heard her say it. I heard her say it. And I thought that before. I said, what if Summer never made it home? Is it possible she never made it home? I mean, and it's still possible she never made it home. So if that's the case, thank you, Brittany. Yeah, it makes it makes you wonder. Yes, because I asked that, but a lot of people, I asked that because that's always been a possibility that she might not have made it home, and if she didn't, yeah, I remember some of y'all saying, "What if she didn't make it? What if something happened at the water hole and she never made it?" Or she was put in the car but never actually made it to the home. She was taken somewhere else. If that's the case, yeah, we definitely got to backtrack. We definitely got to backtrack our way back out. Do you think he could have gone there and got her by now? Yeah, and moved to somewhere else? Yeah, because he don't know what's going on. That's why I'm telling you, Don is freaking out in his own way because law enforcement's not giving him no information. They're not coming out giving no information. And nobody's really believing this abduction theory but a few people. Some people. But not the people that he wants to believe that abduction theory. So that's why he's been pushing so hard on Facebook, in my opinion, to get everybody to believe something. Yeah, and then his verification for work is not been stamped by law enforcement yet. Nothing has been stamped by law enforcement. Except for him lying about him telling David Dodson about a red truck being found. Law enforcement said no. That was a lie. It's just a lot of things that's not being told, honestly. And that's why I'd rather just go places myself and see what I can help search for. And I'll try to get a few people to come with me when I go into the mountains at the hole and see what we can find. Because why would she say that? And this sheds everywhere at all these places in Tennessee. Everywhere there's sheds. So, I mean, I just need to know where all they search. But I'm thinking off the top of my head, they searched the bottom of the hole where she was playing in the water at and around. I'm almost positive Equisearch searched that area. But I want to know if they went up in the mountains, up in the woods. Where I stopped at, where the dog went further on, and I stopped. I wanted the Equisearch search up there. And then maybe if some more law enforcement can go to some of these construction sites and take the drive from Jonesboro. Yeah, you would think. And I know why they can't publicize their searches, because what if the person that did it is watching and they go and move the body? So I definitely get why they're not publicizing the search. That makes sense. We don't want nobody to move the body. If there's a body, we don't want nobody to do that or tamper with any evidence. That's true, Black Kitty. Yep, that's another theory, Wanderlust, that I think is possible. Accident is like 50% in this situation. Like it's like halfway likely it was an accident. Just because no one really paid attention and Summer was all over the place. And they let her roam and they wouldn't watch her. So she was very likely to have accidents just because nobody watching her. No, I didn't mention that. No, it's on my Facebook's on my other phone. But what do you do? I mean, he put up like 30 photos. I went through some of them, but I ain't go through all of them. Yeah. And I'm glad the kids are getting counseling. With the milk, Jamie? With the milk? Yeah, I seen it. Like I said, because a couple of people mentioned it tonight. I'm going to go back and look again for something red in the back of it. What wasn't ever there before? Yes, Amby. That made it higher risk. Yes, it did. And then you got to factor in the alcohol and the drugs, not thinking clearly, not paying attention. You got somebody you don't really know in your house and you're intoxicated. You're not going to be on your P's and Q's. You're not going to be, your radar is not going to be on if you're intoxicated. It's not. Spot on her sweatshirt. Okay. Okay, Phoenix. I'll look at that too. Okay, Jamie. I'll go look at it all soon I get off here. So I will be posting Michael Vaughn, Little Monkey, in the morning. I already edited and did it. I'll be posting it, probably premiering in the morning sometime. So you'll get you'll see that where I'm starting at on that case. And yeah, I'm looking into his mom and dad right now, and I don't really see nothing too much, but I'm not done looking at Michael Vaughn's parents, and I'm trying to figure out one more thing, but I don't want to spoil the video. So I'm gonna post it in the morning so y'all can look at it. Yeah, so thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna look at those pictures right now, you guys. I'm gonna tie my hair up, get right in my bed. I'm gonna look at the picture right now, so don't worry. I'm gonna look at it and we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Okay. That's a very big possibility. It's a very big possibility, Wanda loves. But I'm gonna tell you gotta watch it. I'll post a video and tell you why. Well, we'll talk about why tomorrow after I post the video. Because something something in that case wasn't seen in this case. Some of them had that in this case. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. But you know what? They really doing a lot out there trying to find that baby. Remind me of Summer Wells. I hope he's found soon, but I know where they need to be looking. So I'm gonna drop the video in the morning. And yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. I don't want to spoil it and slip up. But yeah, it's something in that case that's not in Summer Wells. Okay. Where you will have a higher possibility that Michael was kidnapped, but not Summer Wells. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to drop the video in the morning and you tell me what you think about it, okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all. And sorry it was late, but it was still a great chat. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all get some rest. It's the weekend. Sleep in. I don't got to work tomorrow. I'm so happy. I get to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? I will thank you, Black Caddy. I'm not teasing Phoenix. I'm gonna go to bed. All right, good night, y'all. Y'all crazy. Good night.